Okay. Did you enjoy school, Melanie?
Yes.
Oh, she enjoys most things. She's a happy little girl. Always has been a little tot. Always been good.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah,
yes,
good little
yes.
soul.
Okay, now we've got one or two other people to see.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is perhaps arrange for you to come and have a look around the offices.
Oh, I'll bring her down any time. I'll have an hour off. No, I'd rather bring you, love.
Actually, Mrs. Smith, what I'd like to do, and it's going to be a bit difficult for you to be there because I'll have 2 or 3 young people together. I think you might just get in the way a little bit, so if perhaps Melanie can come on her own.
I'll be able to manage.
All right, then.
Okay,
Yes.
so what I'll do, Melanie, is I'll write to you in a couple of days' time and just invite you along to come and have a look around the place and meet one or two of our staff.
Thanks
All right?
a lot, yeah.
Fine,
Thank
okay,
you.
thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I would advise any youngster coming along for an interview to take trouble over their appearance, to be clean, well presented, and very important to do some research on the company they're applying to.
If obviously somebody's coming for an interview, I want them here on time. It's important that they get here on time. And a lot of them don't appreciate how important that is. It's the first time we meet them. If they're late, they're off to a bad start, I think.
I'd also tell them as much as possible not to worry too much about nerves and try to relax and take it as it comes.
They've got to be dressed smartly and well-groomed. They've got to look the part. Again, a lot of them, they don't think this, will come dressed anyhow, and it's important they look right.
And that concludes our schools programmes for this morning. At 9:30 tomorrow morning, our cameras go behind the scenes of ITN the day John Lennon was shot in Politics, What's It All About?
Hello, boys and girls. Good to see you again, isn't it? I wonder if you're feeling well. I hope you are, because I expect your big brothers and sisters are home on half-term, aren't they? Our story today is about a little girl called Ruth, isn't it? Ruth was a very special little girl. She lived in a very big house in Scotland. It was a special house for special boys and girls, because you see, Ruth couldn't run around like you and I can. Neither could she see. So Ruth stayed in bed all day, didn't she? It was very sad for Ruth, but she was a very happy little girl. There were lots of special people to look after her. Teachers came in every day, and on Sundays they looked forward to the Sunday school teacher who came to tell them what, Fred? Yes, the very special stories from the Bible, and how much Jesus really loved them. One day, Ruth wasn't feeling very well at all, and they had to take her away to hospital for some special treatment, didn't they? We have a picture of Ruth here. Can you see her? She was in an old people's ward where they could give her very special attention, but she did miss the other boys and girls. She missed them laughing and playing, didn't she? The Sunday school teacher went to see her very often, and one day she had an idea, didn't she? What was it? Yes, she thought that maybe some of the children could go on a holiday for 2 weeks on a farm. Perhaps that would cheer them all up. So then she thought, I wonder about Ruth, didn't she? So she went to see Ruth's doctor. Could she go, she said. Well, yes, said the doctor, I think so. The change would do Ruth good. So they had a special stretcher and a special ambulance, and they took Ruth to the farm. Well, they were very lucky, Fred, weren't they? They had lovely weather, and they were having fresh eggs from the hens, and they had fresh milk from the cows, and lovely fresh fruit and vegetables, and plenty of love, wasn't there? Do you know, by the end of the first week, Ruth actually had some colour in her cheeks. Then, do you know, she began to feel her legs. And then she began to be able to see. Do you know, the doctors didn't understand, but we think it was because she had so much love. Because behind all love is Jesus, and miracles can happen. If you haven't been very well, I hope you'll feel better soon. But for us, it's time to go. So until next week, bye from me. See you round from Fred.
Hello. Do you know what this is? It's a magnifying glass.